Going live. Okay, this is something a little different. This isn't a live interview. This is a pre-record. And it's for the Press Association. And this very, very nice gentleman here is going to record material which will be put out all around the world because the Press Association does that. So it's a pretty nice thing for me to do and get the exposure. So I'm going to give the phone to somebody who you may know, actually. Known as Pirate Pete to you guys, probably. So he's going to sort it out. I'm going to press this little button here. I hope you're all right out there. Hope you're ready for a bit more stuff, and we're moving towards the point where we're going to reveal the new video. So I'm going to do this right now. There you go. Press this button. Yes, there you go. There's Pete, and there we are. Right then, and I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille.
Okay, just hold on 1 second. Just going to get the focus.
Cool, it's very bright in the eyes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me dim it down a bit.
Soften it a little bit. I think that's just very...
Is that a bit better?
Yeah, can you point it somewhere else?
I tell you what I can do is I can probably try and come a bit higher and then get less.
Yeah, I just fear when you're that blinded, you come out looking like crap.
I understand.
Can you bounce it off the ceiling?
Is that okay?
Bounce it. Try and push it upwards. Yeah. No, that's starting to feel better. It's just horrible. You know,
yeah. Okay. So let me try and put more gain into the picture. Is that still?
No, that's as it was.
Is it? Okay. let me get more gain in. Hang on.
See, being picky is not good, is it?
No.
But that's me.
No, you've got.
I didn't get to the age that I'm at without being picky. So if you can angle it up a bit more for me, that'd be good. Yeah, as soon as it's comfortable, it's going to look better. I would set for that.
How's that?
Up a little bit. Yeah. Well, yeah, split the difference.
I just think I'm just got to adjust the...
That's it, that's pretty right. How's it look?
Looks good. But I've got to change the white balance.
Yes. A bit warmer, which is also good. Yeah. Warm might be good.
Okay.
You're probably bored stiff out there. Apologies.
Can I just get you to just speak at your normal level?
Yeah, I'm speaking at my normal level right now. Yes, this is really good. How's it looking there?
Fabulous.
Okay, that's great.
Okay.
So, you happy with, are you not feeling too blinded?
No, it's much
all good?
better. Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
great, go for it.
Lovely. So, first of all, Brian, your new solo album. What's behind the name? Why did you choose Into the Light?
Back to the light.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm fiddling around with too many things.
That's just like you've got to do your own stuff. That's fine. Do you want to do it again?
Yes, please. So why did you choose Back to the Light as the album title?
Well, it was the first song that I was attempting to write. And I'm talking about 30 years ago. I was in a very black place for reasons we probably don't even need to discuss, but I have discussed them in various places. I was in a very depressed state and thinking that I wouldn't be able to find the light. So I started writing this song called Back to the Light and kind of gave it a jolly chorus and a rather dark set of verses. And it was a kind of wish list for me. It's like, I hope this will set my path to find my way out of this mess that I'm in. And I started recording it in a tiny little studio made out of my billiard room, which I still have, with a tiny little desk and a tiny little tape recorder, very sort of down home. And it just started to take shape, but it took me 2 years to finish the album. There's a lot of toing and froing, and I was losing my dad, we were losing Freddie. The band was effectively, apparently coming to an end. Queen, which was our family, and my marriage was breaking up. It was a really jolly time. So I'm when I hear it now, sometimes I'm very happy about it, and I'm happy that it's out there. Sometimes it brings back to me those feelings, and I think, well, it's good for me to remember what the album is actually about, because it's about what was inside me for the first time. Because previously I'd been writing for Queen, writing for Freddie to sing mainly, and you write from your heart, but you adapt it a lot to be used as a group song, as a group platform. So now I'm writing for myself, I sing it, and it's very personal. So it's a different kind of thing, and it's quite scary because you're really exposing yourself, and you worry that maybe you're exposing yourself too much, that you don't have any private life left, and maybe you're not taking enough care of the people around you because you're speaking about them. It's a tricky area, which I think anyone about what you're doing to yourself.
So, in a sense, choosing work that you started on at such a difficult time, isn't that sort of, in a sense, sort of picking a scale? Did you feel it was good to sort of process it more?
Well, I went back about a year ago thinking this is going to be odd because I hardly know this young boy who was writing this novel. You know, I'm an older man now, I'm supposedly wiser and everything's different. Funny thing is, I didn't feel like that at all. As soon as I was into the album, rediscovering it and immersing myself in the music, I felt exactly back then. I felt like I was back in the same body. And my life might be different now, but I'm the same person. And it's funny that it says that in one of the lines of the song. It says it's still the same old me inside. And it is. So without any apologies, I feel like this is the album I want to put out right now.
And just the process of writing and recording, how different is that for you as a solo artist as opposed to being part of a gang of compadres?
There's an overlap. Yeah, there's a lot of similarities, but then there's a certain line where you think, no, I'm singing this is my song, and all the responsibility is with me now. Sometimes it's nice because you don't have the arguments, but sometimes it's a sort of lonely place to be, and you get nervous about making decisions just for yourself. Having said that, it was great for me. It was therapeutic. It was good for me to do that, to assume that role. All sorts of stuff along the way, because I took it out live as well, and I had to perform it live. That's another whole story. Suddenly instead of being the guitarist who sits kind of quite comfortably a little bit behind and to the left of the singer, I'm actually in the middle, and I'm very exposed in that way as well. And I have to learn to sing. I have to learn to project, and I took it pretty seriously, I think. I went for it, and we did 2 big world tours of me singing in front of the Brian May Band. At the end of that, I think I've probably done enough of this, and I think I like my guitar playing best. So that's kind of what happened after the 2 solo albums. I went back to being more of a guitarist, I suppose. I'm not sure if I would want to be out there doing the Brian May Band again. People have asked me at the moment, and it's a thought, but right now, I'm happy to be where I am.
I'm just going to check the picture very quickly.
You can film him too, if you don't mind.
Ooh.
Fine. I might actually get a cutaway on my phone here and find a few questions just so we've got another shot to go to.
Yeah.
And how would you describe the album? What are the sort of styles, themes? How would you describe it?
Well, the style of the album necessarily is not a million miles from a Queen album, because I'm a quarter of Queen, or I was a quarter, I guess I still am. And the guitars are there, the signature guitars, the backing harmonies are very much there because that's something that we've always done. So structurally, I've been told that it sounds in some ways like a Queen album, but the content is quite different really, because it's a whole journey. It's the story of my feelings of my life. And I suppose there's a darkness to it, which we never quite got to doing with Queen. And there's also a kind of abandonment place, the very opposite, because I had to find the light. If you listen to Resurrection is the closest point to actually finding the light and thinking, yes, I'm through, I'm out, I'm in the sunshine, things are going to be good. So the content of the album is very varied, from very contemplative kind of moments to very open and energetic and kind of carefree moments, I suppose. Well, energetic moments, I would say. Yeah. Resurrection is probably my favourite track now because of all the tracks that are on there. It's so incredibly full of energy. A lot of which is due to Cozy Powell, who was the drummer I worked with. Amazing guy, was an amazing piece. So all those ingredients are in there. It's different from a Queen album in that way. But I think anyone who knows Queen recognises the kind of trademarks, because that's me, that's what I do.
And to what extent was the last year of the pandemic key to you ending up focusing on this?
Well, the decision was already made. I sat down with the head of Universal while we were on tour in Tokyo, and we both agreed that it was time to put my solo work out there again in some form. This is Andy Dorr, who's an old friend, and I was grateful because I was beginning to realise that my solo work, which I was very proud of, and I am proud of, hadn't been out there for about 20 years. You couldn't get the CD, you couldn't get the vinyl, you certainly never could download it or stream it or whatever. So it's really like a new album to most people who will see this. And I had to make sure that I was proud of it, I suppose. But I spent a long time immersing myself, polishing, remastering, and we didn't change a note. I didn't want to change anything because it's a true statement of what's going on inside here, I guess, and that's still the case.
And you mentioned the fact that you're not, doesn't sound like you're keen to sort of get out on the road right this minute, but have there been moments and where you've sort of felt just that it's not even possible for you to play to a live audience, because of the pandemic, and if so, did you find it something that you sort of particularly missed, or you?
Well, I certainly missed it. Yeah, it was very difficult because we came off this giant tour, probably the biggest tour we've ever done, bar none, through Australia, Japan, Korea, and then suddenly, bang, we're back in Britain, and I'm locked in the house. It was really very odd. I couldn't get to the studio, so I couldn't record properly. I couldn't get onto a stage, obviously. So it was like, whoa. And I don't want you to feel sorry for me because there's a lot of people worse off than me, but it was weird, very, very odd. And what I did was take to Instagram, and Instagram people are out there, and all these people that I got to know and feel that I now feel that I understand my audience a lot better. It's all because of Instagram. I took to Instagram as a kind of platform. It's the only one I had, so I started playing these what I call micro concerts, and it grew into a thing. Suddenly people were duetting with me and sending it back to me on Instagram. People were singing with me, so we called it Jam with Brian. And kind of saved my life in a way. It was a lifeline and a way of staying, I guess, the continuity of what I do. I need to use these fingers. It got interrupted because your question was, what happened? Well, what also happened was I got very sick. I got a heart attack for no reason that I can possibly see. I didn't really tick any of the boxes for heart attacks, but I got it. And that kind of knocks you back, I gotta say. It knocks the stuff out of you. And I had a lot of other complications. I had a really bad time for a few months, and had to fight my way out of that. So that's another way of kind of coming back to the light. And I've now become a slave to exercise, if you like. It's like my religion. I do my heart rehab. I do my exercise. I do my fitness and strength exercises, and it's serious business with me. It's great for my health. It's also fantastic for my head. So physical health and mental health, and benefit from having that kind of regime. And I love it. It gives me back my confidence, I think.
Obviously, though, having had a heart attack and been recovering from that obviously put you into the sort of higher risk category for COVID. How did you feel about that? That must have been fairly daunting to some extent.
Yeah, I suppose I was high risk. There's a big question mark in my mind because I think I may have actually had a dose of COVID on that tour because I had a cough all the way through, and that could have been one of the reasons I got the heart attack in the first place, because it thickens your blood, etc., etc. I don't think anybody really knows. But yeah, I guess I was high risk. But I figured it out. I mean, I didn't wait for Boris to tell me I should be shut down. I just came back and thought the only sensible thing to do here is minimise the contacts that everybody has with everyone else. This is the name of the game. It took the government way too long to figure that out, in my opinion. And I think every decision they made was too late and too little. So I guess I've set my own boundaries in a way. And Anita and I were locked down voluntarily very early on. And we've stayed pretty reclusive, I've got to say. I don't come out much. This is rare for me to come out and do stuff. And I've got used to doing stuff on Zoom, which works for me in many ways. Same time, it's nice to get out and meet people now and again. This is going to be nice. I get to meet some of my audience and people that I don't know intimately. So it's a nice little day out for me, if you like. And it's good. I want people to see this this new video because I put a lot of work into it, and I have a good feeling about it because it expresses what I'm going through returning to this album. You see me 30 years ago and you see me now, and you see the two of us interacting, and that's what I wanted. I've been on this journey to kind of rediscover what was going on in me when I was growing up. It's very educational. I recommend it.
Just a couple of final questions. You mentioned briefly about government's extraordinary ineptitude. Maybe don't put that bit in.
Too late.
We're impartial.
I've got extraordinary ineptitude.
But particularly for younger bands trying to build their audiences, build support. Obviously, one's hearing many stories of how difficult it is to go on tour in Europe now. What would you? Have you got any comments about what you would want to see happen more in terms of deals done with European countries, so that British people want to hear British music, but
yeah, well, for artists and a lot of other people, we are at an extraordinary disadvantage now. The combination of COVID and Brexit makes life incredibly difficult for these exchanges that we need to happen. So, and I see the Daily Mail desperately trying to say, oh, it's not really due to Brexit, but we all know it is. And the added effects of this terrible virus, which is obviously not finished with us yet. And I don't think anybody knows what's going to happen this winter. So it's very difficult to me. I don't know what I would do right now because I think all the hosts have bolted. Really, I would have liked to see Boris do what he did as regards shutting down the borders a year earlier, and then it would have made sense. I don't think it makes an awful lot of sense right now, but then again, I don't know what else you do now. It's well messed up, and we probably messed up worse than most countries. But I guess nobody got it perfect. It's not been an easy foe, this COVID-19. So I think the best thing is to form your own behaviour patterns that you believe in. You have to have responsibility for everybody around you. I feel that very strongly. So I think it's very, very irresponsible of people to be sort of campaigning against the vaccines. I see that as completely, not quite criminal, but very irresponsible and very uncaring of the people around you, because what's happening now is that all the people who've resisted being vaccinated are dying. So there's a terrible sort of natural selection process taking place. It's a kind of grim way of looking at it, but it is happening. So I think we just should be a little bit more careful than we're being told to be. You've got to live. Of course you've got to live. At the same time you can follow the rules. You can wear your mask. We're all tested today. Every one of us went through the lateral flow test. It's not foolproof, but it's a good bit of insurance against spreading this thing. Yeah, everybody knows your chances are not zero of getting it. I don't know what's going to happen in the end. I guess it depends how long this thing is around. If it stays around for 10, 20, 30 years, then in the end everyone's going to get it. And there is no such thing as herd immunity. Let me tell you, having spent years studying the transmission of disease in cattle, you don't get herd immunity except in very exceptional cases, and none of those cases will apply to the human race. So it's always been a nonsense, in my opinion, to talk about herd immunity. And again, very irresponsible. To get herd immunity, you need to have an awful lot of people die. And at some point, the government went, okay, I guess we just have to have people die. To me, that was wrong, and will remain wrong.
You mentioned bovine tuberculosis there, but when you, I imagine like many people in the country had followed to some extent this alpaca Geronimo. Did you feel that was a completely unnecessary culling there?
It's a very complicated question. I would like to have done something about that, but the rules of DEFRA and the way they behave and the power that they've been given make it impossible to make any inroads. Yeah, I think it was a wasteful decision ultimately, if you want my opinion. But as much as I would like to reverse that decision, I would like to reverse the decision to kill, getting on for 100,000 badgers for no demonstrable reason. That is not a provable situation if there is no evidence to show that the badger cull is actually helping farmers. And I've done enough research on that to know what I'm talking about. But the government insists on carrying on with this, and to me, that is a crime. That's a crime against wildlife. If there was the slightest doubt that you were eradicating TB by taking this action and killing all these incredible family groups of animals, then obviously, in my opinion, you wouldn't be doing it. There's more than a slight doubt. The hidden reservoir of bovine TB is in the herd, is in the national herd. And I think anyone who's spent any time looking at this knows that now. It's just sad that the NFU and the government don't yet admit it, but history will tell that this was a red herring.
And just final question, apart from anything else that you might want to get across about the album, but just you said recently, in light of the fact that Freddie Mercury would have celebrated his 75th birthday, that you think about him every day. One quote
Yeah, he's always in my life. He's very much in my life.
I was going to just say, was there any things that you wish you'd said to him and think about? And if so, can you tell me what some of those might be?
Short answer is no, because we had a good dialogue. And I guess I never had the chance to really say goodbye, but we came close. Because Freddie was very at peace towards the end, and he was conscious that he didn't have much more time. And we had some quiet time together, which was very precious. And I remember him saying to me, Brian, it was me and Anita were both there, and he said, you guys don't have to feel you need to entertain me. I just like you being here. It's nice to just share these moments. So in a way, I guess we were saying goodbye in a very peaceful way. It's true, Freddie is in my life, and if I'm not thinking about him, someone's going to ask me about him every day, which is fine. And I get moments of feeling sad, of course, but it's like losing any family member. By and large, you live your life, you have to get on with your life, and you don't think about it in a maudlin kind of way, you think about it in a positive way. And I feel grateful for all the time I had with Freddie and the boys. We had an amazing time together. And the fruits of it are still there. We're still kind of living the legacy. And it makes me really happy that it's not just a fossil, it's not just a thing in a museum, it's something alive. We're out there with Adam Lambert, treading the boards, and it's very exciting because the music is still evolving. We're still exploring our relationship with our audience, and that's what we always dreamed of. And Freddie's so much a part of that. Every time we play, Freddie's there. Well, materially he is as well, because we have him on screens and do stuff. We don't rely too much on Freddie's presence, but I think just enough to make sure that people realise that he's still part of the family and vitally important, because he's one of the creators of what we're doing and always will be.
Is there anything else you wanted to get across about the album or about the film?
No, just tell people to buy the album. It's your second chance, you can't miss it this time. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm very happy that it's out there. Just to be able to hold this box set of Back to Life makes me feel very happy, because it was a sort of loose end and it got lost. No one was going to be able to really experience it, and now they can. A whole new generation can hold this, touch it. They can take the beautiful white vinyl record out, put it on the record player, listen to the whole thing, and I feel like it's now set in stone. It's out there, so when I pop off, it'll be there in the best way possible. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Ron. Great privilege. So yeah, I'll just be careful if you're leaving the room about that cake. I'm going to get de-ribbed quite quickly, so go enjoy the Q&A. Thank you.
Thank you.
Real privilege to do that.
Thank you very much.
No, I'm 41 years old, so like 1990, 89, 90, 91, you're really starting to get into rock music and lots of different kinds of music. But that was a big time for a lot of me and my friends, I have to say.
Say hello to my
sad time.
Yeah,
hello.
say hello to my friends.
Hello, Brian May fans.
Bright TV.
It's every bit as nice as they say.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Cheers, man. Cheers. Well, you can see what nice people I have to deal with. This is very good. Where am I? Well, here I am, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, now you guys out there have heard me say some of the stuff I'm saying a lot of times in different ways, sometimes in the same way probably. But that's kind of life. You have to, I think, as an artist of any kind, there's an element of you keep on doing the same thing and eventually it kind of gets across. I think we all find that. And it's hard for a new artist to deal with that because you put out something which you know is damn good, but people go, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to like that. It's kind of inside. And you have to keep doing it. You have to keep saying it. And my feeling is I'm proud of this album. I don't want it to be out there and not supported. I want people to actually hear it. So you're stuck with this thing. I don't want to be a salesman, but if you make something you're proud of, you want it to go out there. That to me is being an artist. You can't be an artist and just hide your light under a bushel. It doesn't mean anything because art is a conversation. Art is communicating with people, getting people to feel. Right, my team is arriving here now and we're getting ready for the next phase, which will be the actual Q&A in the press conference and revealing revealing this video. Right, I'm going to look at your comments. I'll probably go quiet for a little while because I want to see what you're saying out there. How much time do we have?
It was at 12:30. I'm not sure what time is now though.
Oh, it's 12 or something. Yeah. I'm just going to sit here quietly and see what you guys are saying to me because this is important to me because I ain't going to find a space to do it later on. Let me see where you are. Yes, there you are. Thank you, great interview. Thank you very much. Yeah, he was a good guy. It's nice when people ask you things that aren't normal, that don't get asked every day. That's all right, you can make a noise. Yeah. Fantastic. Right. Oh, the pin looks so nice. Thank you, East. I like my pin. Dear old pin. This is go back. Goes back a long way. These comments go up so fast I can't read them in time. I'm excited here. Yes, I am. I'm probably a little overexcited. That's probably coming across. Lots of love coming to me. Thank you so much. I hope you don't get bored with hearing my views about what being an artist is, but so many of you out there are artists, and so many of you go through the stuff that I go through, questioning yourself and wondering if you're any good or if you're actually crap and you're pretending. It's funny, I think we all get these moments of self-doubt. My dear friend Mr. Taylor, who's the PI of the Rosetta mission to a comet, to view a comet, he gave me a name for it. He calls it Impostor Syndrome. It's this feeling like you walk into a room and you think, I shouldn't really be here. I'm not worthy. So I get that, and I know a lot of you do too, because we end up talking about it sometime. Hello from Romania. How lovely. Good to have you here. Untitled Dust, I know you. And greeting from Mexico. Yes, Mexico. Love Mexico. Good morning to you. Let's put the glasses on again. Vanity's no good, is it? Got to be able to see. Thank you for the animals. Yeah, I probably don't talk enough about the animals at the moment, but that was an example of where I can get something in about the badgers, which I feel so strongly about. I feel these poor animals are losing their lives for no good reason. And I have a pamphlet on it which explains the work we've been doing on the farm down in Devon, if anyone's interested. Oh, some food is coming in. It's very nice. Thank you very much. Vegan snacks. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm going to film you. Is that all right? Are you okay with being filmed?
Hello.
It's Bright TV. Now people are going to know where we are because of your pin. Regent seats. And this is great. Thank you very much. What are they?
These are kind of beetroot fritters, and these are vegan sausage rolls.
Fantastic. Thanks very much.
Thank you. No worries. Thank you.
Brilliant. Very happy about that. Very relieved to find there's no cow or pig in there. Don't want to be eating that. So now we have a little break. I'm wondering if I should take a little bit of a breather from here. I wish I could just look at this stuff and not be on here. I'd like some time to sort of look at the comments and really absorb them. I don't know if I ever get the chance to do that. Thank you for saying I look nice. Yeah, I'm feeling the pace. I'm feeling a little tired. And I know my reactions aren't as good as they could be sometimes. I only had about 4 hours sleep last night because I was slightly rabbit in headlights thinking about this stuff today and wondering if I was going to get it right. I'm sorry for making you hungry. I would share my snacks with you if I could. It's good. No, am I vegan? I wouldn't call myself vegan. I'm a person who's really trying to be vegan. I eat a lot of vegan food because I really don't like the thought of eating animals, for many reasons, for health and for the planet and for the animals themselves, of course. But, I haven't got there yet. I was for a while. I was completely vegan last time we were on tour because it was easy. I just told everyone, bring me vegan food. But in the everyday world, it's not that easy, I find. And I have certain weaknesses. I definitely have a weakness for prawns, which every now and again I will give into. So I had this little motto, which was a little more vegan every day, which I try to do, But it's a complex thing because I don't think it's enough to be a vegan. You get a lot of vegans who are very preachy, and I don't think anybody likes that. To me, it's not just about being vegan. It's about being compassionate and being kind and actually thinking about what's happening to animals. So if you're a vegan and you eat a load of arable stuff which has necessitated killing 1,000 worms, and spraying and killing all the local insect population, that's not great. You have to look at the bigger picture, I think. You have to really figure out what's happening. And obviously we all know that growing some crops has been very detrimental to the planet, notably soy. So if you're a vegan and you eat soy every day, it's not the greatest thing. Of course, most of the soy is grown to feed animals, which people eat. So that's another big question. No, I'm not vegan. I'm more or less vegetarian, but not. I wouldn't even call myself a proper vegetarian either. I just do my best at the moment. And to me, that's about what I can do. Now I'm reading. Yeah, I wou't dream of eating bits of pig or cow or sheep. That sort of went out of the window a long time ago. And if I'm eating my sort of tomatoes and beans on toast and I think, it'd be nice to have a bit of bacon. There's some great stuff you can get now. You get this stuff called That's Not Bacon, and there's a couple of others. And you get the kind of general experience of the taste of it without the cruelty and without masses of cholesterol. Cup of tea, thanks very much. So something I think about a lot, I must say. And I take lessons from vegans, notably Anne Brummer, who runs My Wildlife, who's brilliant. She just became vegan by starting again, and that's maybe the best way, I don't know. So a big shout out to Anne if you're listening. I'm reading Poland, thank you so much. Any chance to come back to Australia? Yeah, I'd love to come back to Australia. Oh my God. That Firefight concert will live in my memory forever, just like Live Aid. It was extraordinary, the atmosphere there. The feeling of everyone coming together to do something great. Thank you for saying eat something. I might do that. I might take a break in a minute and eat something. Definitely have a cup of tea. Venezuela, lovely to see you. Italia, love you. Tokyo, love you. Yeah, I ate some great vegan food in Tokyo. Really fantastic. If I lived in Tokyo, I'd probably be a vegan all the time. Thank you for what you're doing, guys. Florida. Yeah, the trouble, it makes me very homesick for everywhere. Especially the States, I suppose, where we feel we grew up as a group. But, if I see Amsterdam, I think, it's been a long time. Wouldn't that be great to go to Amsterdam? Canada. Love you guys. Argentina. Yeah, I guess I just want to be everywhere. Paraguay. Never been to Paraguay. I would love to go to Paraguay. That would be so nice. Italy misses you. Yeah, I miss Italy too. Valencia, Spain, España. Oh my God. Yeah, this is making me feel homesick for everywhere. This is not good. Germany. Love ya. Brazilians. It's amazing to be speaking to people all around the world. It's great that you're on here. Thank you for visiting me. I don't know how long you're going to stay. But it's just great that you dropped in. Thanks very much. I'm looking for people that I know. And again, I know Magnolia Stereos, bless you, Mississippi, Louisiana. Yeah, do send me requests to be in the live video. I'm not going to do it now, but I'll definitely do it after we do the revelation of the new video. That'll be about, we'll be finished at about 2:30, I suppose. So somewhere around 2:30 to 3, I'll be doing that. So yes, please send me those requests, and I'll see what I can do. That should be fun. I can't wait. I look fluffy, yeah. Yeah. See, life is a whole compromise with hair conditioner, isn't it, really? Too much and it's all plastered all over your head. Not enough, you're a fluff ball. I'm happy that I have any hair at all, so I guess I consider myself lucky. It seems to have changed colour somewhat, though. It took me ages to get it this colour. It took me 74 years, actually. Stereos, yeah, we haven't talked about stereos yet, but I might do later on. Stereo photo box. Some of these people that I'm seeing on here are such great artists, either painting or drawing or musicians or stereoscopists. I love all that. I love the community that we have here, and I love meeting new people. So it's great to see names that I don't know. Maybe we'll get to talk later on. Keep staying fluffy. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, that's enough about my hair. Thanks very much. Uruguay. I have very briefly visited Uruguay. We never played. So many places I would still love to play, I must say. And I'd love to get back to Mexico, yeah. I wonder if you're seeing the same comments at the same time as I do. I think not. I think there's a bit of a time delay there. Mars Stereos, yeah. Yeah, we have a good thing going here. Some of you know that I interact with a few of the NASA research teams now, people who've sent things into space, spacecraft, and explored other worlds without actually having people on board. And that's been a great thing, I think. I was absolutely privileged to be part of the mission to Pluto, New Horizons, and Alan Stern was something of a mentor to me, even though it was quite late in life. He kind of embraced me, and I became part of that team. And I was there in their control room when the spacecraft buzzed Pluto and got these extraordinary pictures of Pluto, which was just a blob to humanity up to that point, and I was able to get a stereo picture out of that, which will live with me for the rest of my life. But I'm doing good stuff at the moment, enjoying bringing Victorian stereoscopic techniques to 21st century astrophysics, and it works just great, because stereoscopy is there for a reason. We have two eyes for a reason, and I talk about this a lot, but it gets neglected. But that's why stereoscopy is like something that I'm an evangelist for, if you like. So, I'm dribbling on about all sorts of stuff, but I'm looking at all these lovely messages here. What are Roger and Adam doing? Well, Roger's about to be out on tour, and I'm hoping to get to at least one of his gigs. Adam's pretty busy doing stuff, and I think he's making a film, and I'm hoping that he's going to be back over here soon and we get to see him again. Of course, next May, we will, fingers crossed, be out there doing our thing as Queen and Adam Lambert, and I can't wait. So let's hope it all works out. Thank you for lifting. Yeah, I get a great feeling of pleasure exploring the stuff that you do. I guess I started using Instagram as a means of projecting what I do, but most of my great pleasure at the moment is seeing what other people do, and I like to bring it in. I have a lot of visibility, so I have a certain amount of ability to get things out there, so I like to hasten the visibility of some of you guys. It gives me a lot of pleasure. It's difficult. It brings me also sorrow, because I can't do everything for everyone all the time, and I'm just like you, I can only get to a certain number of people. I'm not God Almighty. I'm just somebody who has a certain amount of following and influence, if you like. I would dearly like to help every one of you every day, but I can only do kind of what comes to me and what instinctively I feel is right. So it leads to me doing interactive projects with some of you, which I love, and it's been absolutely great in all areas, and I'd like to continue doing that. But please don't get upset if I don't do everything with you all the time, or, yet. Maybe it'll happen. Meanwhile, I just like the fact that we interact so much with each other, and I think we're gaining from that kind of community feeling, which I didn't know anything about until I got seriously into Instagram. Let's hear it for Instagram. Social media are not all bad, right? And the world is a beautiful place. Thank you. Are you going to perform on Roger's tour? I don't know. Well, I won't be doing the whole tour, that's for sure. I might turn up somewhere. Who knows? Who knows? He's got most of Queen with him anyway. He's going to be fine. He probably doesn't need me. Except for me and Adam, yeah. So that's going to be fine. Live video. Yeah, hold your horses on the live video thing. I will try and get to you later. And thank you for listening to me from your train. And Chaotic Queen, I know you. Marilyn, I know you. Manny, I know you. It's great. I like to see my friends. A lot of these friends that I recognise the names of, I've never actually met, so that may change soon, I hope. What am I seeing? Yep. I think I'm drifting off a bit now. It's now 12:22, and what time do we go on stage here? 1:30. Oh, it's going to be a while. So I think it's time for me to sign off for a little while again, and I'll come back just before we take to the stage. It's a beautiful little theatre. I can tell you where it is now. It's a Regent Theatre, which I'd never heard of. Beautiful, ancient theatre, which only probably seats a couple of hundred people, and we don't have that many people because it's all going to be socially distanced, and it's just the competition winners plus a few press people that we trust. So I'll be going on stage with Simon Lupton. They'll be playing the videos, and I would like you guys to be a part of that, the first 3 videos, and maybe have a look in the room. The people who are in the room probably don't know what I'm going to do, so you guys will be with me and you'll see what happens there. I'm not going to tell you because some of you might be coming. But the last thing we will do is to play the new video, the Time Traveller video, and I can't wait to see what people feel about it and how they react. So I'd like you to be a part of that as well, be in the room with us. But if you like, you can go straight to the YouTube channel, Brian May YouTube channel, and experience it in that way first. So, gonna have me cup of tea and me vegan snacks. See you soon, folks. God bless you.